Long arms. Yes. Come on. Good. Take off. Okay. Chat. We are cooked. Oh, it's fucking miserable out. Right, what is up? So, you just saw me hit my final pull, my final heavy pull for my competition. Hit 275, and given the current circumstances we're under today, I am quite happy with that. So, oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, so first of all, so much for our last session in abs. Got the call. Me and Dav met in Wallinkyo for a coffee, as per usual. And then what decided to happen was the rain kicked off, and as a result, West Side, so our new gym, the electricity went. So we got a notification just as we were in the cafe. So we said we'd hold on maybe a couple of minutes to see if that resolved. It did not. So we had two options. Number one, we train out in West Side, have another gym out in Blanchardstown. So they asked if we wanted to head out to Blanche. We could. Or option number two, get the plates and the barbell from West Side in Finglas, which is the only other side of the estate. Make our way over to abs, train there and get it done. So that's what we went with. So we, just as we got to West Side, the girl was behind the reception. She was locking up. She was about to leave. So we just said, here, any chance we could run in and get the plates and a barbell and we can get out of her hair. So she was kind of humming and hawing, and she eventually let us in. So because it was my my final pull, 275. What's that? So we had to grab 10 25 kg plates, 10 kg plates, 20 kg plates, 5 kg plates, not 2.5s. We just got the collars, which weigh 2.5, and the barbell, and we shoved it all into my little car, and we just about, you should have seen, the suspension was fucked. But we made our way over to abs, but there was no electricity. There was no light, but at least we had windows, so it was actually somewhat bright in there, but we had no music. So Dav put his phone into a bucket, and that was our speaker for the session. So you saw me, I hate it anyways. So given all that, so dragging plates to and from, not even having a barbell rack, I know, how petty are we that we need all this fancy equipment, but yeah, anyways, we got it done. And I am very pleased with that. So given the circumstances, I was pleased to finally hit 275 kg on a stiff bar. I must admit, it felt great. And to be honest, even looking back at the footage, I felt that there was probably more in the tank, but it was nice to just get that number ticked off, another milestone checked, and yeah, saving ourselves for the day that it will be in just over 2 weeks time. There's no point in us fucking pushing to RP 11s now and trying to grind out reps when you have 2 weeks to go until that's when you want to showcase your strongest. You don't want to have your strongest lifts in the gym. You want them on the platform. So that's what we're going with. Anyways, so yeah, I made my way out. So I am actually leash bound there now, but before I do so, I had to stop into Lidl because I had no food on me and I haven't eaten since this morning. Just with all that shit going on, it's been like 4 hours since I've eaten anything. I just had a banana before I went in. So ran in, did the little protein run. So I got my protein pouch, chipotle chicken wrap, strawberries, which were 50% off. So happy with that. And Stevie, my kitty, she was very good this week. She caught 2 mice at home, so I treated her to some, what are they, dreamy yummies. So me and Stevie are going to tuck into some tasty chicken yummies later. And I got that. That's not for me, that's for mum and dad. I might have 1 or 2 squares and treat myself after a heavy session, but I woke up this morning at 85.9, so I was on the higher end of things. So yeah, just keeping an eye on that. But yep, going to get this food into me. I am going to make my way back to Laois. It's absolutely lashing rain out. It's quite miserable at the moment, so I just want to get on the road, get home as soon as possible, and just pass out on the couch. That's all I'm going to do. Ready for tomorrow morning, another train session with Emmett, so hopefully he doesn't pull out this week, the soft boy, if he's watching this, because last week, as we know, he unfortunately had food poisoning, so didn't get to make it there. So hopefully I'll make it there tomorrow morning. We're down for 9 a.m. I'm going to get that session done, back home for some final bits of work before the weekend, and I'm going to go probably over to the local leisure centre in the afternoon then for a sauna session, because to be honest, after that 275 kilo pull, our back offs, they're kind of feeling heavy, kind of feeling a little bit tired, and yeah, the central nervous system in particular, is feeling cooked. So let's get on the road and I'll chat to you soon. What is going on? We are back. It is Sunday evening. I am after coming back from, I had food out. Well, I had a Brazilian dish. It was just steak, which is picanha, and rice. So I'm behaving myself because I am still only 2 weeks out from my competition, so I can't be taking the piss, I can't be drinking alcohol, I can't be eating all the nice treats that I would love to be eating, but that will come afterwards. But yeah, so I'm just back there now, and I didn't record anything. I'm tired. And as you could probably hear, my nose is completely blocked up. So I kind of have a little bit of a head cold, which is less than ideal, but I would much rather that now than in 2 weeks' time. So yeah, what you're after witnessing is my top heavy deadlift single of this prep, my top heavy squat of this prep, and all I have left to do between now and my competition in 14 days' time is to hit my final bench single of this prep, which will be on Tuesday. And I am hoping, I think we've locked in under 42.5 kilos, which is 2.5 kg off my max. So if I was able to hit that and make it move reasonably well, that would be promising for when we compete in 2 weeks' time. But yeah, so basically what you're seeing is me being a walking, talking example as to why you should not sandbag yourself into a weight class, because it's just going to lead to your progress stagnating. And unfortunately, that is the reality of the situation. You can see. So I back when I competed last, which would have been last December, I did have discussions. I had discussions with Dav. I had discussions with my nutrition coach Shane Story, even Jeff Farrant. He discussed it with me as well. The pros and cons of whether I should stay in the same weight class or move up. And Jay was a big advisor for me to move up straight away, and I took that on board. But to be honest, because I haven't competed in the IrishPF in over 2 years, I wanted to just push myself and see how much I could do basically in the 83 kg weight class before moving up, before doing that. So I made the decision to hold out. I said I'd give myself 6 months, build into this competition, see how we get on. We're probably projecting to be a little bit less than the competition previous that I did, which would have been an ab series. The pros and cons, or the differences between an ab series competition and an IrishPF, is the weight class. There is no weight classes in the ab series, but there is a 24-hour weigh-in. So what that basically means is it gives you a bit more time, and you can be a bit more excessive with your weight cut because you have 24 hours to rehydrate. Whereas in a 2-hour weight class or a 2-hour weigh-in, you only have 2 hours to rehydrate. So you can't really push the weight cut that excessive in comparison to a 24-hour weigh-in. So that's the main differences there. So I am currently lighter walking around as I was in comparison to when I was 2 weeks out from my last competition. I was probably walking around 90 kilos. Like, I was a thick boy back then. Whereas now I'm, on a good day, I'm 85.5, 85.8, in around that target really. So yeah, that's basically where we find ourselves. So long story short, we're going to push things out as best we can. We're going to we're going to recover, let all that fatigue that has accumulated slowly over this last peaking block, just going to let that dissipate now over the next 2 weeks after I get this final bench out of the way. And from that point then, just push on, do the best I can down in the Marina Market in Cork. It's going to be a great event. Like, the location is class, food stalls everywhere. It's going to be a good day. But the night after that competition, I am mentally and physically ready to push myself on to 93 kg weight class. I'm probably going to get to 90 kilos in a matter of weeks anyways, because I just find that I'm able to perform much better. And this competition, it is a great learning experience for me, both for myself and for my coaching to coach clients. If they ever fall into this situation, whether they want to hold out a weight class because they find themselves a little bit more competitive, don't bother. You're wasting your time. Just get back, just get gaining, just eat more food, build more muscle, get stronger. I'm a walking, talking example of that, as I said. So I'll leave you with that. Next episode will be in a couple of days. You're going to see how I get on with that final bench. I have a couple of recovery things coming up in terms of saunas. I'm going to record a bit of that. I am going for a massage the day after my final bench, and I'll try and get footage of that too. I'll let you know what my recovery protocol is like in the lead up to my next competition. I'll leave you with that one. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.